what's up, Scoop Nation? We are at our Fridays locals today, so we got a special little Shin deck profile for you. So go ahead. This is Dillon.
I'm Dillon Warren, Team Majin. I did a list for this for Miami. I tweaked it a little bit, so I'll explain the differences and kind of go through the list. Playing Sin Shenron, standard leader. I'm going to just lay out the package. So you got 4 of the 1-drop ball, 4 of the 4-drop, 4 of the 9-drop. This is your standard package. The 1 pulls out the 4 pulls out the 9. The 9 is a Bloodlust with Blocker Revenge. You play 4 Ice Shenron. The reason is you discard it, activate main, pull out the 1-drop. So basically it gives you an extra tutor if you miss. 3 Vegeta's Final Flash. 15k negate skills, annoying barrier. The biggest reason for playing 3 Final Flash is because we play 4 Haze Shenron. We don't play any of the 3-drops or the 1-drops. Haze is strictly in there to pop battle cards greater than your opponent's energy. But it can't pop barrier, but if you combine it with Final Flash for 1 energy, you can pop any card in the game ignoring barrier if it's
That's
greater.
super smart. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a game in testing where they went into the Broly Secret Rare super early. They had barrier, and I was able to pop it there.
I feel like those 15k combos are just becoming staples in every deck.
Yeah. Here's part of the tech. I don't play Mecha Unison, the 4-drop main board. I play the Vegeta, mainly because most decks cheat cards are greater than their energy. Red Broly, Dark Broly, Sin Mirror. So the -1's the main reason. But a lot of times they leave just 1 energy up for defense. You tap it. I did get quite a few kills tonight with the dual attack double
-3.
strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
They leave 1 energy for defense, and you just wrong move it.
Yeah. This card always overperforms. I have it at 2. I almost want to go more. There's just so many counters on my Celestino and stuff where my opponent thought they were safe, and then they didn't realize that I made deck 2 cooler.
Do you get to do the draw 2 off that a lot? Like they actually.
Not always, because typically you're gonna do it on the first swing. They're gonna play like a baby hatch, but if they don't play their good counter on the first swing, you will trigger it.
Oh, true.
This is mainly for the tutor.
Yeah, tell me how that card works, because I couldn't figure it out.
So you discard it, you burst 1, you search top 5, and you find an 8-drop or less Shenron.
Oh, so it's just a find
or
package.
Shadow Dragon. Yeah. So you search, but it also has barrier blocker. When it swings, you rest battle card, KO if it's 2 or less. You don't really hard cast it unless you play it off your -6 ability.
Yeah.
But you do copy it a lot with this ability to get barrier blocker.
Smart.
And you KO if they play 2 or less, you KO it.
Oh, so that's how you keep your 8-drop alive.
Correct. And you give this double strike off the Haze.
How come you don't run the crit guys that you take a life and then you can go down? Because especially since you're not running the 4-drop Unison, how you need to awaken yourself, you know?
The 8-drop can take a life every time I do his ability.
Oh, so
and I also don't feel like I need to awaken. The only matchup, which ironically was my only loss tonight, that I feel like I need to awaken is Invoker. Any other matchup, I don't feel like I need to awaken. I'm not scared to die to any other deck, staying on the front. 2 Flying Nimbus. I feel like it's enough. They're the only negates I play.
you probably only have to get it off twice a game, maybe, anyways.
Yeah, if that. I play the burst guy. He's essentially like the Zarbon where you come on defense, you restand, and he bursts 1.
Yeah, he's better because you can get him off the leader effect.
You can tutor him, and you can tutor him off the Oceanus as well. And you can also copy from drop. So the 8-drop, you can give it dual attack.
Oh, smart, yep.
So there's sometimes you don't want to give it double strike or the other effect. So I don't like Zamasu super combo. I play a 2-2 split of these. I like this just because it has 3 effects. I can KO a 5 or less. I can rest a battle card, so rest and blockers comes in clutch. In the Miami event, I played 1, rested their blocker. I did the Oceanus effect to rest another blocker, and then killed them when they thought they were safe.
Yeah, that card has a lot of effects it can do. A lot of people opt more for their Krillin just because you see more of your deck, you know? Especially when you're searching for cards, at least in the old Shin build.
Well, it digs a lot, so that's why I do play that. But just the versatility of this, it can do so many different things.
Yeah, options win you a game, you know? Being able to get out of those tricky situations.
That rest comes in clutch way more than I ever expected. And then Nova. So Nova is basically a 1-drop 15k. You rest them, and we only have 2 targets in the deck. Technically we have 3, but we're never going to play the 9k dual attack. Mainly you either play Oceanus or you play the 4-drop Sin. So if you don't have another Sin...
Oceanus or
Ice? Ice.
Oh, okay.
So you rest, typically you play him, or if you don't have another Sin, you go right into the 4-drop. Okay. So instead of going the 1 to the 4 to the 9, you can literally go Nova into the 4. And then the last main deck card is the Selzeno.
Yep, just won you the game last one.
Yep. So it's super easy. For 2 energy, you make Selzeno. Ideally, you go.
The 8 and the 4, right?
You play Nova. You Nova for ice or the 4-drop. Then you play this, pop the ice, okay, and then you go 8 and 4 into Selzeno.
That's so amazing. I'm so surprised that card hasn't got errata. It's just so good.
Yeah,
it's especially for no energy, you know.
It's just because it's a secret and they haven't really hit secrets.
Yeah. Sideboard.
Now go to the sideboard. 10-drop food for slower matchups. I needed it last game. The last game I actually played both of these.
Oh, nice.
I played the 8-drop and then I played the 10-drop after.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was playing against Cooler Mill.
You wanted to
this is for matchup.
Skills.
Yeah, this is for matchups like green or red. Basically, if they don't have Bloodbuster or God Stealing Technique, and then 10 drops just for any deck that's going to let you get there. This was a weird tech. It was pretty good. It helped in Invoker. He kept targeting this card because I can play the ice for free off the Nova ability, and then I can evolve and I can ignore negate skills, ignore barrier, so I can negate his Invoker. I'd probably cut this. I came here right after work, so I didn't tweak the sideboard. That was like a last-minute kind of throw-in. I play the Mechie just for other slow matchups. So games where I know I'm going to get to late turns, I'll side it in maybe over Vegeta Unison.
Oh, smart.
This is for Invoker. Invoker's the worst matchup.
Yep, you gotta have that one that you can just play from the drop.
Yeah, so, they look at your hand, discard the negate, and you negate the victory strike. So the 2 games I lost 2-1 to it. I got cat blowed from 5-0.
Yeah, I feel like most people, ever since they saw that player, what's his name, Legends or whatever, now people just play Apex just to negate your skills, and the next turn catastrophic blow you.
Cat blow is the safer play because Apex can be stopped by things. Cat blow is pretty much unstoppable if you don't if you don't go into it right away. In Miami, I lost in top 8 to Reboot Gohan.
That card is so good.
This is how you win that matchup. I didn't have it in the sideboard there.
It's one of the best yellow cards right now.
Yep. This card, just for anything big, need Tyrannical Blow for the Invoker matchup.
Yeah. That's also good for mirror match.
These will probably maybe go out for a Tyrannical Blow, but we'll see. This card is for the Vegeta Unison. Decks that play the Vegeta Unison against you can really slow you down because you're swinging with a lot of 8-drops, 9-drops.
Exactly, so you got to get their markers off.
This is for double striking Unisons. It's probably the least useful card in the sideboard. These will probably become Tyrannical Blows. And then just a 4th Vegeta Unison.
Exactly. That card is just so good right now because everyone's playing cards more than their energy.
Exactly. And that's the whole list. You have any questions about it or anything?
So how were your matchups today?
Round 1, I played Invoker. I lost to a 2-1. I lost the die roll, which was key. Game 2, when I went first, I was able to win. But Tyrannical Blow was huge. Both times he cap blowed me from 5-0.
Yeah.
I could have stayed at higher life, but I was more, I was scared of Victory Strike if I stayed too high.
Yeah.
Then I played against, I played Blue Baby. That match was real slow. I won 2-0, but very slow. It goes late turns. You side in the Mechies. The 2 coolers helps in that matchup big time.
Yeah, and especially since he's trying to counter you, you can counter him. So it's kind of an interesting matchup.
Yep, I played against Red Cooler in the last round. Went super slow. I got to play the 8-drop Fu and the 10-drop Fu in the same game.
You got really lucky with your matchups, and that's so aggro heavy.
I actually felt like they were bad matches. Like Invoker's tough. Cooler's actually surprisingly a tough matchup. I'd actually prefer to play against more aggro, like Red Broly, Dark Broly, decks like that. I'd rather face those decks.
So those are probably better for Shenron?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember what I played for the last round. The very last round I played Cooler, but I can't remember my 4th match for today. But I finished 3-1. If I teched a little bit better, I think I can do okay against Invoker. I think that's probably the worst matchup for this deck because you don't do a lot early. It's hard to get them to turn 3 kill. I went for the turn 2 Selzeno because he got rid of 1 D Magic.
Yeah,
He pitched a D Magic, so I went to turn 2 Selzeno.
Have you ever actually been able to kill turn 2 with this deck? With Cell, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it one time when my friend, we were playtesting the deck.
Yeah, it's possible. So basically he pitched a D Magic.
Yeah.
So you know, he was going first, so I knew I needed to kill him fast. So I wanted to turn to sell Zeno, but he had the second D magic, so he survived. But I had to go for it, and then that put me a little bit behind going for it and then not getting it.
I mean, well, you still did great today, bro, and that was an amazing deck. I just had to put it up for the channel. People are gonna want to see it. So, but thank you so much. Super appreciate it. Fist bump.
All right, thank you.
See you on the next one, Team Scoop or Scoop Nation. Peace.
I'm just gonna work, that is my motive. I'm not gonna stop, this is my moment. I'm not gonna quit, that is a weakness. I'm just gonna execute, that is my purpose. I speak with attitude, hard cause the feeling I